Little Caesars came out with this thing called Crazy Puffs. And imagine like muffins or cupcakes, but it's in pizza form, right? First time I saw this, I was like, hey, it's all right, can't be that good. But I tried it for the first time. And by tried it, I mean, I made it myself. And it was so good that I actually started making it for game days. I'm a huge Steelers fan, and we always do Steelers watch parties over at my friend Jacob's house. And one of these days, he wanted me to make it in person for them. And those things were gone. They ate that up so fast. So if I love them that much, my friends and all of his family members like it that much, then you've got to try this. So I'm gonna show you exactly how it's made and how you could do it at home. So the first thing you gotta do is you gotta grab yourself a cupcake tray like this, and this is gonna give you the perfect shape that you need in order to make these Crazy Puffs. But then next you gotta be able to grease it, and what you can do is you can just spray it out with a little bit of ham. I'm using lard, which looks like this, and it's basically just another form of grease. And then from there, you're basically just gonna go onto the inside of the pan and just start greasing every single crevice. And you literally just wanna lightly coat it so that way you don't get anything stuck to the pan when you're cooking. And then once you get your tray greased, the following steps are super easy. You're gonna take your dough, don't flour it, literally just take any type of dough, put it on your table, and then flatten it out. Simply like this. I'm gonna press it out. If you have a rolling pin, that's fine. You can do that, but I personally just stretch it out myself. And now I'm gonna make a square. See, simple and easy. And the next step is you basically just wanna cut out circles inside of the dough so that way you can put it inside of the respective size of the tray. And for reference, I want the circles of the dough to be a little bit larger than the size of the actual tray, so that way when the dough goes inside, it can ride around the lip of the rim. And what I like to do for a frame of reference is I'll use something such as a cup to make my indents, so that way I could see where it is that I need to cut. So if I were to do 6, it would look something like this. And then you could take like a pizza cutter, for example, and then you're literally just going around the indent and cutting. And then you could pretty much make a perfect circle every time because you're following the indent that you already made. And then from there, you could literally just take the dough, put it inside of the cup, rest it in there, and then just begin to press down so that way it gets inside of there and stays around the rim, like I said before. And then also make sure to press out that air so that way it doesn't bubble up, you know what I mean? And then once you get all of your dough inside of the tray, there are 3 simple steps for the assembly: pepperoni, sauce, cheese. I'll show you right here. So what I'll do is I'll normally put like 1 or 2 pepperoni at the very bottom in every single one, and then about a spoonful of sauce. And then coat it with a little bit of cheese. And then just repeat that process one more time with the pepperoni, some of the sauce. Then top it one more time with cheese. Just like this. And then for the people at home, if you're cooking it out of an oven, I would recommend doing 450 degrees and then just cook it until the crust basically gets golden brown, or until the cheese starts to bubble a little bit and starts to brown on top. I'll show you guys for a frame of reference after this. But let's go ahead and throw it in the oven. And now that that's in there, we've got one more thing we gotta do, and we're gonna actually make a garlic butter because we're gonna brush that over top when this is done. And this part's only a couple easy steps, so follow me real quick and we'll get this done in no time. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take about a pat or 2 of butter, let that start to melt a little bit. Then we'll add some garlic. And then we're gonna use a couple simple ingredients. So we're gonna use basil, granulated garlic, why not, parsley, and oregano. So since we got 6, I'm probably gonna do like a pinch of each. Depending on how many Crazy Puffs you make, obviously you're gonna need a little bit more or a little bit less. I mean, you can kind of eyeball it however, just don't go dropping a whole handful inside the pan. That just doesn't make sense. So now that our butter's melted, we'll do the oregano, granulated garlic, parsley, and the basil. Stir it up, let it mix, then you're good. And then by the end, it should look like this. So now we've got our garlic butter, and it looks like the Crazy Puffs are gonna be done in about literally now. So let's go ahead and take this out, and we're gonna brush this garlic butter on top. So it's as simple as just brushing it like this. That's it. You just wanna get the seasoning on there, get that butter on it, some of that browned garlic, and now we're right on the money. We'll let this sit and cool just a little bit, and now we've made it for the moment of truth. And as always, the camera eats first. And if you're feeling frisky, you could add a little bit of grated Parm on top, which is exactly what I'm about to do. A masterpiece. Here we go. We got a perfect golden brown crust Nice and charred on top, oily but not too greasy. All right. Bro, this really never fails to disappoint, ever. Like, this is just so good. It's so easy, you can just pop them in. It's a perfect handheld food. You don't have to be a professional pizza maker in order to make these. I highly recommend that you guys try this. As always, my name is Anthony Camarda with Slice of Life, and I will see you guys on the next video. Goodbye.